I'm Daya Lorin.
And I'm Damien.
I'm a mother, wife, and indie gospel recording artist.
I'm a father, husband, and I'm in car sales.
But we make time to DIY together to the rhythm of life on Rhythm and Renovations.
Hey guys, it's Damien with Rhythm and Renovations. I am preparing to prime the floor. My wife is going to come back later and do a stencil on the floor. So we've cleaned it, dried it, and I'm about to apply the primer that goes on the bottom. And she'll come back later, put a top coat, a base coat on it, and then after that, she'll add on the stenciling. As of right now, the tiling is just a beige, plain, builder beige, whatever color this tile is. When we get finished, it's gonna have a totally new look. I don't even know what the stencil looks like. She's gonna surprise me. Just cover up all of this ugly tile that's in here for her to do her magic later on. And I look forward to finished product, both you and me. So I got the first coat down of the primer, and this is what it looks like. So I will let that dry for a couple hours, then come back and put a second coat on it just to make sure everything is nice and sealed. Like I say, then 24 hours from now till tomorrow, my wife will come back and put the top coat on, let that dry for 24 hours, and then we'll be able to stencil. So talk to you guys soon.
So the products that we're using, you can't really see it because my husband painted over it a little bit, but it is Sticks Primer. I can't see what that's called. NS whatever. Sticks. Ugh. That's the primer. And then for the base coat that I'm using Rust-Oleum's two-step system. The first one is a base coat of white. And then the second one is going to be I'm not sure if I think I got semi-gloss top coat that'll make it shine, but I'll put that on after I do the stencil. So there you go. Okay, so I've done what will probably be my first coat because just want to make sure that it's even, but that's it right now. It's drying, or it's wet and will be drying. Already to me it looks better because the room, I bought this tile and they said it was bright white, and you see it has a gray tinge. How about the tub? And they said it was bright white. It's brighter than the tile, but still not that bright. So I wanted something with the gray walls to brighten up the space, and I think this will do it. Can't wait to see the stencil on it, but this has to dry for 12 hours, and then we'll do the next step. So hubby and I are here, and we're getting ready to do the stencil for the floor. So the first thing I want to show you is I'm using this Alhambra tile all over stencil by Cutting Edge Stencils. It's really pretty, and I think I'm gonna love it. It looks kind of big right now because I have it on Zoom, y'all, but also I'm gonna spray the back of the stencil with a spray adhesive. This one we're using is some standard brand. I think we got it at Home Depot. Then we'll also be, I'll be using this black by Rust-Oleum. It's kind of like a very matte, flat sheen so that it would look, you know, very even and hide any flaws. And then of course I have my handy dandy foam roller in the tray. So this is the stencil that we'll be using today. I'm gonna give you a good view. Isn't it beautiful? Woo. There's no extra paint.
So on the back, down here.
What we're gonna do about that? See those little spots where we tried to dig into the we made it bleed. No more doing that.
So what happened?
We pressed too hard because we wanted to make it dark and tried to get into these grout lines, and now we have extra paint, which I already know not to do, but this is our first time doing it on the floor. So we learned, this is our test spot. Not gonna do that no more, but otherwise it's pretty. And now we have a little bit of paint on the back as well, so I'm concerned about that. Trying to let it dry a little bit so it doesn't get on the floor.
There'll be some paint spots on the back here.
See? That's your tissue.
I thought you were about to put it on me. So spots like right here.
Give me the towel.
Finally.
So I'm gonna have to finish tomorrow. This took a lot longer than I thought it was because, again, I've done this before, but on walls, and it wasn't black. It was like a silver paint, so it was much easier to put on. And I had to have a little bit of a slight learning curve on this just to make sure that I didn't overdo it, and, you know, because I wanted to make sure that you could see the black. But it still looks really good, even though it's not super saturated. And this is where we made the mistake of trying to make it super saturated. It's much darker. We're probably going to paint over it, but it's a lot of bleeding. See, you can see, like right there. Right there, bleeding. Over here, more crisp, no bleeding. So, but it's looking really pretty. It's gonna be beautiful once I'm finished. Knowing my husband, he's gonna come down here tomorrow and he's gonna paint over that one section. I'll have to do it over again. That's how he is. But it's gonna be hidden by the toilet mostly, so it can be okay. Yeah, he's gonna paint over it, I hear him. It's really beautiful, I love it. This is Daya Lorin, and I am here in the basement bathroom. Gonna start doing the stenciling one more time. Last time I started kind of late and I had to go to work the next day, so I was like, I did one row. That was it. And also, might as well show you, my husband, I said he was gonna do it. He repainted, I don't know if you can see that, but he painted everything white in that section. So I'll have to start over again there also. So working still on the floor. It's looking pretty good. I am noticing that somehow, some way, either I got off or, like I said, the wall is not straight. But either way, once I'm done with the main floor, I'm gonna come back and I'll cut the stencil because it's made of plastic, and I'm going to use it to fill in the gaps on the sides. And any place that has like an awkward angle like that, I may come in and try to do as much of it as possible with the whole stencil and then just fill in the rest on that part. But this is it so far. Not bad, right? can meet with royalty and stand with kings and queens. I could go beyond the clouds to the moon and who's ever there. I could search the galaxy, but there'll never be anyone better than you to me. In the final step, I added a top coat to the stenciled floor, and we are super excited to show you the results.